business, people. I help people live up to their full potential because my full potential takes off running in front of me every single morning, and I'm always trying to catch up. My hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve today. I am Jerusher Wiggins, motivational speaker and business coach, and I share actionable business tips and I teach how to build a business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. If you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, baby. Hashtag double threat if you want to be a double threat, because you cannot come around me and not get self-motivated. You cannot come around me and not get excited. You cannot come around me and not learn something. You cannot come around me and not smile. You just cannot come around me and not feel this energy, because energy is transferable and energy is contagious. So make sure you follow me if you want some of this goodness at Jerusher on Instagram, Jerusher. That's Jerusher. So let's talk about it. So first of all, I know you guys know Steve Harvey, yes or yes. Okay. Well, Steve Harvey, he tells a story that a friend of his mother was dying in the hospital, and she asked her son, hey, do you know your great-great-great-grandfather's name? And her son said no, and she said, do you know why? He said no. She said, because he didn't leave you anything. Steve Harvey said, we don't leave our families anything, so they don't know our names. The Hiltons, they know their great-great-grandfather's name because he left them something, an inheritance. The Waltons, Walmart, they know their great-great-grandfather's name. Yes, because an inheritance is what you leave someone, but a legacy is what you leave in someone. I want to leave both. What about you? I want my great-great-great-grandchildren to know my name, Jerusher. Say it with me. Say my name. Say my name. If you're getting value so far, go ahead and tell a friend, tag and share right now. This is going to be the best power hour of your day. We're going to be talking about a transition from corporate America to entrepreneurship, how it's possible, and what I did to achieve that level of success. I've always wanted to talk and get paid to do it. So my degrees are in communications and public relations. So I moved to Atlanta because this is where I saw successful people that looked like me on air, broadcasting on radio and lead anchors on television. And I love the Atlanta culture, ATL, baby. I wanted to work for CNN News. I wanted to be in the hot Atlanta. I did. And I did just that. I was in the building. And so my time there, it was necessary for me to get that type of experience in corporate America. I met so many great people. I excelled in my career in television. But what happened? How did I leave such a great career, right? Well, guess what? I learned that life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. And so I laid off a nice corporate job in television to build a home-based business because of my preemie son. And everyone thought I was crazy. I was crazy. I was crazy. I was crazy in love with my son. I wanted time freedom. We better write that down. I wanted time freedom more than anything. And I wanted financial freedom. And I built that side hustle on a part-time basis, and I replaced my income and I laid them off. And so I transitioned from corporate to an entrepreneurship position in a short period of time. And I'll share with you how that's possible for anyone willing to be uncomfortable. You got to be willing. I'll tell you the truth. Success comes with a work attitude and a work uniform. You've got to put in the sweat equity. What I know is some will, some won't, some watch, some wait. So what? Ask. I was able to transition from corporate to a home-based business because I learned to ask great questions. I learned to ask the right questions. You heard a closed mouth don't get fed, and a lazy hustler don't get bread. I'm just getting started. Please follow me for more motivation, inspiration, and business tips at Jerusher, Jerusher. I'm just thankful. Yes, I'm thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusher, and I'll see you on the page. Yes, today you can transition from employee to entrepreneur if you're willing. That's the key word, willing to put in the sweat equity. So too many people are wanting, not enough willing out here. You're listening to Jerusher Wiggins, motivational speaker and business coach. And I was able to build a home-based business with my full-time job, along with the challenges of being a mom to my preemie son, mainly because of my attitude. See, your attitude determines your altitude. I started my business and quitting was not an option. It had to happen. It had to work. I never sold anything before. This was my first attempt to entrepreneurship. And so my business coach, she taught me how to network out and about every single day. I was inviting people to get educated about my product, my services, my opportunity. I was at hotel conference rooms, speaking engagements. I had an office here in Atlanta. I was doing face-to-face home presentations and Starbucks meetings, coffee shop meetings, and I did that for years. So if you're in Atlanta, I probably spoke to you. I would meet a stranger every day and I would be exchanging my digital business card. I would be connecting. I was doing everything possible to leave my corporate job. I don't think you can build a business on family and friends. And that may be what people think entrepreneurship is. I just believe you're going to meet the best strangers. They're going to help you build a business. And your parents or your family may support you, but they're not going to make you rich. And so I would meet every single woman that was in 3 feet of me. I was like, excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. What is it that you do for a living? I was curious. I was like, what's your profession? What industry are you in? I was wheeling and dealing. I was moving and shaking. I'm telling you, I was making sure that every single person knew that I was building a business. And so it was interesting because this was the first time that I was introduced to anything like this. But I was so hungry to leave corporate America, I was willing to change. Okay. If you were breathing, I was sharing my opportunity. If you were breathing, I was sharing my product. I was on fire. Some women feel the fire and some women simply become it. I'm going to say it again. Some women fear the fire and some women simply become it. And so because of my actions, I rose to the top 2% of my company in like 8 months at that time. I think network marketing and direct sales is the best life improvement program available because it taught me how to think like an entrepreneur. Matter of fact, you need to get the book, How to Think Like an Entrepreneur. It taught me how to grow a sales force and a sales team. It taught me how to empower other people. It taught me to put people first. It's not for the faint at heart. Write that down because it does require grit. It requires sacrifice. It requires you to be hungry and willing to change. Listen, there's a sacrifice to build any business. The good news is life has no limitations except the ones you make. Don't let a no thank you stop you from pursuing your dreams. Most people stop because somebody said no thank you. Let me just tell you, write this down. No thank you. No just means next opportunity. Somebody missed it. No means next opportunity. Let me just tell you, the girl in the mall, everyone knows there's a girl in the mall with a plate of teriyaki chicken, probably there for hours, and she's probably heard the word no hundreds of times a day. What does she do? Does the girl in the mall, when someone says no thank you, does she pack up and throw everything in the trash? No, she doesn't. Does she box up everything and close down the restaurant? She doesn't. Does she go home for the day? She doesn't. Does she ask the next person? She does. And she also asks the next person, and she's asking the next person, and she's asking the next person, and the next one, and the next one. That is what entrepreneurship is. It is numbers. It's all about the numbers. You talk to a lot of people, you're going to make a lot of money. You talk to some people, you're going to make some money. You talk to a little bit of people, you're going to make a little bit of money. The girl with the plate in the mall with the teriyaki chicken, she's talking to every single person that passes her. Some of you walk on the other side of the mall because you don't want her to ask you, would you like some teriyaki chicken? Some people ignore her and don't even answer, and they heard her say, would you like some teriyaki chicken? Most of the time, when someone does that to you, you're ready to quit. See, that's the difference. You've got to have grit. You've got to know, okay, it's not personal. You better write this down. It's personal preference. It's not personal. It's personal preference. Why would you let a no thank you stop you from pursuing your destiny, stop you from pursuing your dreams? I'll tell you, there was this little boy. I was telling my boys, I have two boys, my husband and I, we live in Atlanta, and I'm always telling my boys stories. And I told my son, I read this story. There was a little boy was dreaming about a bear, and the bear was chasing him, and he ran from the bear, and he got to a cliff. And he had two options. He could jump over the cliff, which probably meant he was going to die, or he could let the bear eat him, which probably meant he was going to die. So the bear came up on his hind legs to the little boy, and the little boy asked the bear, Mr. Bear, Mr. Bear, are you going to eat me? And the bear said, you determine your fate. It's your dream. You determine your fate. It's your dream. And I'll say that to you. You determine your fate. It's your dream that you are pursuing. And if this is something that you want to pursue, you do it until it's completed. You have total control over the outcome. And many people want a successful business, right? But from my experience, many people aren't willing to change to build a successful business. Too many wanting tos and not enough willing tos. Too many people want a nice home. They want the luxury cars. They want to travel the world. But are you willing? Are you willing to do the work to get those things? Yes or yes? Your life is defined by what you hate. Write that down. What is it that you hate? You've got to get angry to change. I had to get angry. If you hate being broke, change it. Prove it. If you hate living paycheck to paycheck, prove it. If you hate having to look at your bank balance before you make a purchase, prove it. If you hate that you can't purchase everything your children ask for, prove it. Many people are not mad enough. They're not angry enough. They're not tired enough. They're not fed up enough. And you don't want it bad enough to change. I know from experience, I only share what I know for sure. I had to change the way I thought about success. I had to change the way I thought about money. I had to change the way I thought about time. I had to change the way I thought about relationships. You will not grow accidentally. Success is on purpose. Success is intentional. Intentional daily actions, online and offline. I built my home-based business initially offline for years. It wasn't until 2017, 2018, I decided to learn how to monetize social media. I decided to invest in myself, learning how to really get on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, all of the things. Can you imagine face-to-face presentations now? I was doing face-to-face presentations 4-5 times every week. That was me grinding at that time. People often ask, was it hard? Yes, heck yes. It was. It was challenging to work all day on my full-time job, head out to network and build my side hustle, but it was worth it. Was it challenging? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. I was mad. I was angry sitting in Atlanta traffic. The average commuter sits in traffic 53 hours a year. I was angry about putting my son in daycare with his conditions. My son required physical therapy and speech therapy. I was angry that I could not attend each session. Angry enough to learn a skill to leave my corporate job. Angry enough, mad enough, disgusted enough. Okay? Have you heard people say your why should make you cry? I had a reason to leave. My why at that time, why did I want to leave? My son, I wanted time freedom. It changed my perspective. I changed. I needed to change. Why do you want a nonprofit if that's your desire? Why do you want to write a book? Why? Why do you want a business? Why? Why do you want it? What's the why? Why do you want that ministry? Your why will drive your energy to change. Everybody will say they want to change, but they don't want the challenges that's married to the change. See, true success requires sacrifice. This is going to be the best power hour of your day. You better stay tuned. Yes, please follow me on Instagram at Jerusher, Jerusher, for more motivation, inspiration, and business tips. I'm Jerusher, and I'll see you on the page. You're listening to Jerusher Wiggins. Yes, and I am building an empire over here. Motivational speaker, business coach. Yes, and I help women build a business online and offline. And so I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, I love sharing what I know for sure. My hope today is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. If you want to build something, you must start. You better write that down. We fall forward to success. I fail forward to success. I'm always falling, but I'm always getting up. Failure is inevitable. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Failure is inevitable. But if you live such a cautious life and you never fail at all, consequently, you already did. Everyone can do what they are called to do in this life. If you're called to cook, cook. Be a chef. If you're called to decorate, decorate. You can do exactly what you're called to do because you're already gifted. You're already talented. I'm trying to live my best life. None of us are getting out of this life alive. So you might as well live your best life. What's the song? I'm living my best life. Yes, live your best life. I've learned that success, you better write this down, is a process. People stop and start many activities, projects, books, ideas, and businesses. And one of the reasons they're not successful is because they never fall in love with the process. The process is where it is. You better write that down. Here's a business tip for you. There are about 5 or 6, 7. There are 7 tips to the process that I'm going to share with you. Number 1, understand your process. Everybody process is different. Okay, write that down. In detail, how you're currently doing things and where you can change. How do you learn? I'm a visual and auditory learner. I learned sales. I've learned marketing and branding. Okay, I've learned how to do that. I'm always listening and learning in the car. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening and watching YouTube videos. Now Clubhouse in the car. When you are in the car, that's Drive Time University. That's how you build a business. You maximize your time. I am a professional time thief. And so you want to become a professional time thief. When you're in the car, that's Drive Time University. So step 1 is understand your process. How do you learn? Okay. How do you process information? Number 2, I need you to evaluate your process. So once you already understand the process, you've got to evaluate the process. So what's working for you? What isn't working for you? If working for me is time blocking, I have to time block my day. I have to pre-schedule everything. I have to plan my day. It doesn't work for me to wake up in the morning and not have a to-do list. I actually need to know what I'm doing so I am productive throughout my day. So you've got to understand what is working for you and evaluate your process. Step number 3, I need you to study other people. This is a big one. I need you to study what other people are doing, whether it's someone you admire, a mentor, or someone famously successful like a Oprah Winfrey, okay, somebody you look up to. Find out what that person is doing. How do they process? What are they doing on a daily basis? You can Google anything. Google is my best friend. My husband knows I cheat with him on Google with Google. Google is my best friend. That is my boyfriend. You need to use him. Very few people know about him, and it's spelled Google. Now, don't tell everybody, okay? Because very few people will actually use it. Step number 4. Step number 4. Anticipate problems in the process. Listen, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Anticipate problems in the process. Nobody likes to admit that things could fall apart. Denzel Washington said it best. Oh my gosh, Denzel, yes. When you ask for rain, you have to deal with the mud too. Everybody wants it to rain down on them, rain and shower them with gifts and blessings, but they don't understand you've got to deal with the mud too. It's a part of it. So have systems to help with problems that may occur. Understand that things will happen, unexpected things will happen. They say the average, write this down. They say the average person have goals, but winners have systems. Write that down, okay? Step number 5, I need you to account for yourself. I need you to account for yourself. How do you spend your time? How do you spend your morning? Okay. What are you doing in the course of your day? Earlier, I talked about time blocking. I'm also talking about planning out the day. When do you pray during the day? When are you having income producing activities? When are you posting or marketing? I need you to account for yourself every single moment of your day. Is it efficient and productive? Is it helping you get to where you want to be? I need you to ask yourself the hard questions. And number 6, adjust your process as needed. I need you to learn how to make adjustments. I need you to delegate if it's not working for you. Ask somebody to help you, pay somebody to help you. Adjust your process as needed. Be honest and open enough with yourself to recognize and admit where your processes breaks down. A bad system will beat a good person every time. A bad system will beat a good person every time. You've got to have systems in place. Write this down. I'm going to give you an acronym for system. Save yourself time, energy, and money. Write that down. System. Save yourself time, energy, and money. And number 7, pick 3 areas to work on. Not 10 areas that you need to work on. Right now, today, I need you to pick 3 areas to work on. Don't stress yourself about trying to change too many things at once. That's why I want to encourage you to begin by writing down 3 specific areas you like to improve in that you can start working on today. Now, if you want all 7 of those steps, go to the link in my bio, okay? Go to the link in my bio on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It doesn't matter. It's Jerusher on Instagram at Jerusher, Jerusher. And you'll see the link says Leadership Express Info. Okay. Leadership Express Info. That's my link tree. Once you get there, I share downloadable PDFs in my newsletter every single week that you can grab for all the pretty people every single week that follow me. Make sure you go under the link tree and you choose business tips, motivation, and inspiration so that you can receive actionable business tips, these 7 steps as well, in my email every single week to you if you like to keep up with me. Yes or yes, okay? Because there's no secrets to success, only systems to success. What is systems? Save yourself time, energy, and money, honey. Okay? So don't let others around you tell you you can't create systems. I have a system for everything. The one who says you can't do it is probably the one that's scared. You might actually do it. And my son told me this the other day. He said, people want to see you successful, but not more successful than them. Okay. So what I want you to do is write down those 7 steps and start implementing those today. Implement the information that you've heard today. Don't just take down the information and not use it. I need you to implement, because information without implementation is just information. Jerusher, yes, it's just information. I don't know if you remember the story about two boys playing on some ice, which was a pond of ice at first. And then, once it froze, it was ice. And they were playing on the ice and skating and, throwing and all the things. And one of the little boys, he actually fell through the ice. And his friend was so shocked and so upset. He started running and he ran to the biggest tree that he could find. And he saw a branch hanging down. And he jumped up and he grabbed the branch. And this is such a emotional story. He grabbed the branch. He ran over to where his friend was. He started pounding the ice with a huge branch. I mean, pounding and pounding the ice until the ice broke. He was able to pull his friend out of the water because his friend was drowning. By the time the paramedics got there and they revived the boy, they wonder, how is it possible that this thin child, about 10 or 11 years old, was able to pick up this big branch off of the tree, drag it over here, pound it on the ice, break the ice, and pull out his friend? There was an old man standing there, and he said, you know how he was able to do it? There was no one around to tell him he could not. See, that's how we are in life. There are people around us telling us what we cannot do. There was no one around this boy. He believed he could pull the branch down, and he did. He believed he could drag the branch over, and he did. He believed he could break the ice, and he did. He believed he could pull his friend out, and he did, and it saved his life. And so we need to make sure that we don't listen to those people who are telling us we cannot. He believed he could, and he did. Stop hanging around people who say, oh, why? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to start a business? Why do you want to start a nonprofit? Why do you want to work there? You need to hang around people who say, why not? Why not? Girl, why not? You want to write a book? You want to be an author? Why not? You want to start a boutique? Why not? You need to hang around those people who say, why not? Persistence always overshadows talent. Persistence. I was persistent in pursuing my dreams and building my home-based business. No one ever achieved a goal by being interested. It's too many people like, oh, I'm interested in a business. You can't be just interested, honey. You got to make sure that you are going to put in the sweat equity. You're going to be persistent. People achieve goals by being persistent and committed to the process. It's getting hot in here, right? Being committed to the process. Everything happens in the process. I need you to marry the process, divorce the results. Marry the process, divorce the results. It's getting hot in here. I told you this was going to be the best power hour of your day. You're going to learn today. Isn't that what he said? You're going to learn today. Success is a process. Success is not for the lazy. Stay tuned every single week if you want some more of this goodness, some motivation, inspiration, and business tips. I'm Jerusher, and I'll see you on the page. Yes, a motivational speaker and business coach. And let me just tell you, the hustle is real. Some will, some won't, some wait, some watch. So what? Ask. You have to ask to get. You have to ask to get. I love sharing what I know for sure. My hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. If you decide to transition from corporate America to entrepreneurship, you've got to have a plan of action. You've got to have systems in place. What is systems? Save yourself time, energy, and money. Systems in place, and you must fall in love with the process. You've got to fall in love with the process. See, there's no elevator to the top. You will take the steps. So I remember people saying there's no guarantees with working on commissions when I started my business. And I later learned there's no guarantees working for somebody else. If you don't find a way to earn while you sleep, you will work until you die. I was tired. I was tired every day. Can you imagine at that time? I was tired every day, still caring for my son, all the things that we have to do, and I still built my side hustle. So, yes, I was tired every day, working, meeting, conferences, desk work, then getting into my car, driving to a networking event or a mall or the gym or wherever other professionals hang out to get leads, to make contacts, to build relationships, to exchange business cards. Leads are potential prospects for your business, your product, or your service. So, if there was a woman at a conference call or a conference meeting, I was there in Atlanta. If there was a business workshop, I was there if it was here in Atlanta. If there was a women empowerment seminar, I was there. I was always making connections, building my business. And see, that's the part that people don't talk about. I was leaving my toddler son with my husband to care for him while I was networking to build this business, to build an empire. I was no longer having lunch with my coworkers anymore. I was not standing around the water cooler talking it up. I was not standing in someone else's office gossiping about the boss anymore. I was in my car at lunch making follow-up calls. I was in my car at lunch making sales calls. I was taking a smoke break, and I don't smoke. I was on a smoke break with all the other people. I was smoking my business. I was smoking my education. I was smoking my sales. I was smoking it. No excuses. See, everyone wants to be successful until they see how much it takes. Ooh, Jerusher. Everyone wants to be successful until they see how much it takes. You are a pretty person. That means you are smart. You do realize, like E.T. said, Eric Thomas, pain is temporary. It may last a minute or an hour or a day or a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. It will go away. It's temporary. You don't want to make permanent decisions instantly on an emotion. Listen, this is something that you can do. I decided that I was going to do it. I made a decision. Indecision is a decision. Stop sitting on the fence. Do it or stop talking about it. And so I wanted to share what I've learned about building my business, about building goals, and how to shorten somebody else's learning curve. Write this down. You must start with yourself. If you want to be super successful, you got to start with you. Personal development is key to your success in anything. Self-educate, personal development. It's all about you investing in yourself. Write that down. Number 2, learn from other people like myself. I'm a mentor. I train, I teach. I'm live every Tuesday at 1:30 on my business page. I'm always sharing actionable business tips. Learn from other people that you admire. Be around people that make you level up. Number 3, I need you to embrace change. Change is voluntary or involuntary, but change is necessary. I changed from corporate to entrepreneur. I changed from employee to entrepreneur. I decided that. They didn't lay me off. I laid them off. I made choices. We all make choices every single day. I tell my boys, we all make choices. So when the weather change, we change our clothing, right? So when it's hot outside in Atlanta, 100 degrees, we have on shorts and tank tops. When it's cold outside, we have on coats, hats, and gloves. We change with the seasons of life. If you are not marketing and branding online, you should be. You've got to change the way you do business to continue to be successful. We change with the seasons of life. Number 4, I need you to be accountable. Have an accountability partner. Stop making excuses. Excuses are lies we tell ourselves, and no one believes them but you. Be accountable for yourself and your actions. Get an accountability partner. Number 5, be intentional. Success is not for the lazy. Be intentional. Being successful is hard. Shoot. Being unsuccessful is hard. Building a business is hard. Working for someone else is hard. Choose your hard. Choose your hard. Start running to save your life. Start running to save your own life. No one's coming to save you. You will save yourself or you will drown. No one is coming to save you. Start running to save yourself. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. He knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and the lion knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. You better be running to save yourself. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development. So I need you to start with you. I need you to change you. I make mistakes all the time. I made and continue to make mistakes all the time. I invest in myself. I invest time and money. Let me say it again for the people in the back. For the people in the back, time and money. If you need to spend money, right? Yes, you need to spend money to make money. You need to spend money to go to your next level. Spend the money. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. So there are only 2 ways to get wisdom. I call them the 2 M's. Write this down. I call them the 2 M's, mistakes and mentors. You can mistake your way through this life or you can have a mentor. I choose a mentor. I wasn't on social media until 2017. I went live for the first time. I made a decision. I'm going live on social media January 2017 to change my business. I struggled in the beginning to find my niche online. I did not understand how to attract people to me. I didn't understand attraction marketing. I didn't understand the algorithm, right? I didn't understand. I learned the platforms by investing time and money. I was afraid of social media in 2017. I didn't know about what's an algorithm. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to brand myself. I didn't know how to attract people to me because I built my business offline for years successfully. I understand your struggle to start from scratch and build an online audience, to build an online presence, to become an influencer online. I started that way. So having a consistent flow of quality prospects attracted to you is super important if you want to build a people's business. I know how painful it is to wish you had help. So I had to come up with a system. I came up with my own course. I was like, I've got to teach people a faster way so that they can have an online presence. And so I created a course, and my course is on a quarterly basis called the 3-Day Ride. And the course comes again in March. So it's on a quarterly basis. And so I created a simple recruiting system that's duplicatable, a marketing strategy that's duplicatable. And then that way I'm able to have new clients in my business every day, new promoters, new representatives every single week. I have new people that I'm attracting to my business, my opportunity, or my service. And so in the 3-Day Ride, I actually teach and I show how it's possible for anyone, how it's possible that you can overcome objections, how to overcome those objections, how to find your ideal prospects for your product, your service, your opportunity, how to attract people to you and ask the right question. It's all about the asking over here, right? I have proven scripts. great content. Like, what is it that you're supposed to post, when to post, how to post, starting conversations, converting those people into your organization, a tracker that you can follow. All the things that I was missing, I created a course and I put it in that course because I know somebody needs this information. How to grow their organization faster and better with technology. And so if you are that person and you're like, I want that type of opportunity, the course is available on a quarterly basis. Do me a favor, go ahead and follow me if you're not currently following me, because I'm going to have early enrollment in February. And so if you're not currently following me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Jerusher, Jerusher. Okay. And I have a link there. It says Leadership Express info on all of the platforms. It's the same wherever you find me. Okay. Because I want to show you how it's possible that you can monetize social media. You can learn how to build a business in a short amount of time. And so I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your growth. Hopefully, yes, you got some value. If you got some value, let me know. Hashtag helpful if you got some value. But more importantly, make sure you tag and share and tell somebody. Go tell your girlfriend, listen, you need to be listening to this power hour every single week. You need to be following Jerusher, Jerusher. I'm happy to connect with you. I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait to hear your testimony, because guess what? When I share like this and you share, that's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. I can't wait to see your transformation, because we are winning over here. We're winning. WIN. We're doing whatever is necessary. WIN. Whatever is necessary for you to start a business, build a business, whatever it is that you just start. And you start with yourself, and you start and fall in love with the process. And if you want more of this goodness, you want some more motivation, inspiration, and business tips, I'll see your beautiful faces every week. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusher, and I'll see you on the page.